Hello everybody, it's Serafina and I'm here with your daily tarot insight. So before we begin, I would like to call upon the spirit of the universe that loves us unconditionally. I would like to call upon the spirits of this land, of this island, and of this ocean, and I thank them for holding this space and for their ancient wisdom. And I would like to call upon my guides, my ancestors, my team of light, and my higher self. And I thank them for their presence and guidance with this reading. What guidance is there for the collective today? I guess I paused for a little bit because I saw like a dot. I saw a dot on somebody's forehead, on a person's forehead, and then this thin gold line connecting them down to the earth. And then I just got this notion of the importance of grounding our energy these days and like making a conscious connection to the earth. Which tells me that maybe we're very mental these days. Maybe there's a lot of mental activity going on, and so the importance of just keeping it simple and bringing ourselves back continuously to our initial motivations. So it's like connecting our intention with a thin thread down to the earth. What guidance is there for the collective today? What guidance is there for the collective today? We're starting off with the Wheel of Fortune. What further guidance is there for the collective today? We have the Seven of Wands. What further guidance is there for the collective today? We have the Two of Wands. Whoop. We have the Chariot. The Chariot has been very present recently. And what is this all about? What is this all about? We have the Seven of Swords. I'm going to pick one more. What is this all about? The Queen of Wands. Interesting. Something around us recognizing our power. Maybe we've been giving it away somehow and there's like a need to be calling it back these days. Let's choose an oracle. What further guidance is there for the collective today? There's very strong fiery energy and there's something very much around endurance or persistence. It says, hold your vision. Fixed moon. What further guidance is there for the collective today? We have nature. I feel like grabbing from this Archangel deck. What further guidance is there for the collective today? We have Guardian Angel. Love yourself unconditionally. Ask for help. What further guidance is there for the collective today? We have the Camel. I'm just going to choose one more from this, what I call the intuitive deck. Although they're all intuitive decks. What further guidance is there for the collective today? What I'm getting from this particular card is kind of like saying, as above, so below. right? So it's like if we stare up in wonder and love and excitement towards the heavens, that is what is going to be reciprocated. And also like this notion of just like being in a constant love affair with divinity. So we're starting off with the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune, for me, when it comes up, I think plot twist. Something's changing. Something probably unexpected, or maybe we did kind of know that it was coming our way, but now it's definitely here. It's kind of like the wheel of life, right? It's like entropy, or in Buddhist teachings, they call it Dhamma. And it's kind of like saying the wheel of life is going to continue moving no matter what happens. And so in other decks, sometimes we have like Anubis, who is the lord of the underworld in Egyptian pantheon, but here we have a sphinx and we have other sacred animals. And basically the notion is that there's a process to everything. Everything goes through cycles. And so being able to kind of like have a higher perspective towards these cycles. So starting off with a plot twist, starting off with something that is maybe changing our direction, and recognizing that that is part of the cyclic nature of our universe. The Seven of Wands is telling us that there's something, and it's interesting, it says Mars in Leo, right? Which is very fiery. So it's about us acting with conviction, defending our self, our point of view, and not needing the external validation. Because there's something that we are needing to take back to the drawing board. It's kind of like, and here we have Mars and Aries. So it's interesting. We have Mars in Leo, and then we have Mars in Aries. So Mars is very much about this outward will, right? About exerting our will onto the world. And so Leo is about the expressive part of it. And then Aries is more about standing in our own truth and in our own power. And then we have the Chariot, which is a card of victory. It's a card of us charging towards life, no matter what the circumstances are. And again, we have the Sphinxes, right? So there's this need for balance, and there's this like this higher wisdom, this higher mystery that's coming through. So with this card of hold your vision, recognizing the cycles of nature, what you put out is what you're going to receive. I feel that the message today is be on the lookout, because there's something that is changing in your life, and it's time to allow it in. Sometimes when change is coming, we close the door, we close the windows, and we're like, no, I want to stay in my comfort zone. So how can we approach that with an open heart and being like, you know what? I love the summer, but the fall has its beauty as well. And so I'm willing to release everything that the summer had for me, and I'll embrace this harvest season, right? This season that marks the culmination of all of the year, right? Because there's something that's really important to me. There's something that I've really been working on for a long time, and I'm feeling very connected to it. And I almost want to stand my ground and show my conviction towards it. Even if that means that I have to keep to myself for a little bit and kind of like hone in my fire, because I know that no matter what comes my way, I'm going to be charging through, right? And so it's interesting that we have the Seven of Swords here. And, you know, this card can be a card of lying, cheating, stealing, and maybe people around us not having the best intentions, right? And so I'm feeling that specifically because we have the Seven of Wands and then we have the Seven of Swords. So it could be saying there is maybe a futile act in seeking answers outside of ourselves, a futile act in needing to explain ourselves to other people. I'm just gonna keep it to myself for now, as a Two of Wands would do, and just keep on going on my journey, on my path, without needing to validate myself to other people. Why? Because I am the Queen of Wands. I am the Queen of Alchemy. I know my worth. I know my power. I know that I've had a difficult past, but I'm also aware of the power of manifestation. So I'm going to hold my vision. I'm going to connect to my true nature, and I'm going to choose to see nature for what it wants to reveal itself to me. I'm going to revel in that. I'm going to put my best face forward. I'm going to even laugh at how connected I've been to my pain and to my struggles, because maybe my relationship to my higher self and my guardian angel is strengthening right now. I'm allowing myself to feel unconditionally loved. I'm seeing myself in the best light possible, no matter what human flaws I have. So I'm going to finish off by reading the card of the camel. Resourcefulness, independent, knows oneself. The camel can handle absolutely anything, as it carries a wealth of nourishment within. This wondrous creature is self-reliant and handles challenge with ease. Even in the face of excess heat, judgment, or anger, the camel searches inside for the cool elixir of water to calm the situation. The camel represents the ultimate form of bringing opposites into balance, fire and water, and being responsible for one's own reactions. The camel is a wonderful traveler and especially fond of trips to faraway lands. So when it's in balance, it is calm, content, and a sparkle in the eye. And when it's out of balance, it's dehydrated and lacks vitality. So to bring into balance, it says a pilgrimage. So it's interesting. I feel that this card of the camel actually really sums up what this entire reading was speaking of, because it says it's self-reliant and it handles challenge with ease. So we already know that there's going to be a little bit of challenge because there's so much Mars in there. It was Mars in Leo and Mars in Aries. However, there was this need to be able to be self-reliant and to be able to bring in our fire, as I was mentioning, right? Bringing the opposites into balance, as we saw the sphinxes, and then being responsible for one's own actions, which the chariot would be like. So I feel that the message for today is to be resourceful, to be independent, and ultimately to know oneself, which is what all of the sages would speak of in history, basically. This is one of the things that was written at the Oracle of Delphi in ancient Greece. It says, know yourself. The more you know yourself, the more you're going to know what is triggering you and if it's actually yours or if it's something from outside. Okay, everybody, I hope that this was useful to you. If it was, I'm going to ask you to kindly comment, like this video, or subscribe to my channel if you're watching this on YouTube. And I will be back here tomorrow with another reading. Bye.